In this video, I will tell you how to feed, rest, and prepare your pigeons for long distance racing. When I say long distance, I'm talking 8 hours or more on the wing. This is the second part in the series. I suggest you watch Master Feeding and you Master Racing before you watch this video. I will put a link below in the description. With long distance racing, most fanciers send their pigeons way too heavy to the long distance race. They send them round and full, round big muscles. The pigeons cannot be heavy. They must be light and buoyant. If they're round, they're heavy. They're too fat for the long distance race. It's all that added weight will just slow them down, make them work harder. They almost have to fly 200 or 300 miles before they can get the weight off where they can start flying with ease. So my suggestion, and in this video, I will show you how to send your pigeons properly prepared for long distance racing. Let's start with preparation. For a pigeon to be able to fly all day on the wing, it is crucial that they fly at least 6 hours, 1 to 2 weeks before the long distance event. A pigeon must be on the wing a steady 6 hours. It must work for that period of time to build up the endurance to continue to fly hours on end. So you can't expect your pigeons to go from a maximum of a 2 or 3 hour flight to an all-day marathon. So keep that in mind. You have to plan your pigeons to fly at least 6 hours on the wing, 1 to 2 weeks before the long distance event. Like in the Master Feeding and you Master Racing video, my long distance pigeons are on 80% barley leading up to the long distance race. Now I take them on a training toss on Tuesday at maybe 35 miles, another training toss on Thursday at 50 miles, and on Thursday is the day I start feeding for the long distance race. Because of the way they've been fed leading up to Thursday, their body just absorbs all the fat seeds. And on Thursday, I load them up with Vercel Lager Energy Mix, Vercel Lager Champion, Sneaky Mix, which is a safflower hemp rape seed combination. I load everything to them. If you like peanuts, you can feed peanuts on Thursday, the day of shipping. Now, I'm not a peanut fan. I'll do a video on why I dislike peanuts so much, but if you're going to use peanuts, that's the only day you will use peanuts. Now, on Friday, they're on the truck. Supposedly, they eat and drink on the truck. They really won't eat much that day because they're so satiated on Thursday, and then they race on Saturday. On Saturday, they come home to the champion mix, the energy, everything. You want to load them up. The most important meal after a long flight or any big workout is the first meal. So on Saturday, my pigeons return home to energy mix, champion mix, and sneaky mix, which is all the high energy seeds. They eat the same mix until Sunday, middle of the day on Sunday after the race. At that point, they switch to the barley mix, 80% barley. Now the long distance team will be on 80% barley and total rest. I'm talking total rest. They won't leave the loft from the day of return to the following Monday. So that's possibly like 7 days, 8 days of total rest. They'll eat 80% barley. Monday, I might let them out for some exercise around the loft. Tuesday, they go on a 35-mile training toss. Again, they're on the 80% barley mix. Wednesday, rest. Thursday, they go on a 50-mile training toss, and I load them up again. They're loaded with the energy, the champion, the sneaky mix. If you're going to give peanuts, that's the day. Friday, they eat on the truck. Saturday, they race. The program starts over again. So in a 2-week period, race to race, my pigeons will be out of the loft 2, maybe 3 times during the long distance racing season. Keep that in mind. If they're fed correctly, if they eat 2 days of high energy mix, high fat seeds, then they go to 80% barley for the next 7, 8, 9 days, then back to the fat. They won't get heavy. They won't blow out. Now, if you tried resting your pigeons, putting them on the shelf like I do and just letting them recover on a high energy mix or on a 16% protein mix, the birds will blow out. They'll get heavy. They'll feel like lead balloons. They won't have a chance. Feeding is crucial. So keep in mind, my pigeons, they race, They eat when they come home, they go to the 80% barley, they rest a week, they train twice, they eat all the fat seeds they want the day of shipping, and again, the body soaks all that fat up. They don't need a lot of fat to fly all day. They need very little fat. So the long period of time on the low fat, they get a good high fat meal, they eat on the truck, they race again. So it's a 2-week cycle. Between each races, they're probably only having 2 flights. Very hard to get your arms around, but the same team of pigeons I'll race at the top week after, like every other week, the whole racing season. They'll race 4 long distance races with spectacular results. Now, get it through your mind. It's preparation, it's rest, and it's feeding. Now, pigeons don't need a lot of fat to fly all day. They're better off being light and buoyant, strong, never round, good fat meal, and just a little bit of fat. Pigeons can fly hours and hours on the wing. They fly effortlessly. Going back to, you look at these human marathon runners, they're slight, they're lean looking, they're not heavy. The sprinters, muscular, look like bodybuilders. The human marathon runners, 115 pounds and very light, lean, they run all day. Pigeons not carrying much weight can fly and fly all day long. I would suggest to look at my videos in the link, Dominate Racing, our natural health program, what we do during the season for the long distance racing. And also check out Motivation in Racing Pigeons. Is it useless? I'll put the links below. Please like and subscribe, put a comment. If you put a comment and ask a question, maybe we can help others and I can answer it once and others can see it. Thank you so much, Frank McLaughlin, McLaughlin Lofts. I appreciate this.